Hello, welcome to QXON. In this video, we will learn about various body fluid compartments, what are the ionic composition of these body fluid compartments, and how do we measure these body fluid compartments. So let's begin. Okay, so first let's see where these body fluids are present. So here this diagram is showing a schematic representation of various cells and there is blood vessels. Now these cells are surrounded by a cell membrane which separates them from each other and also from the space in between, which is known as interstitial space, and then there is blood vessels in which plasma is flowing. Now intracellular fluid is present in these cells. Now you can imagine the amount of fluid which is present inside the cells because there are around 100 trillion cells in the body, right? So just imagine the magnanimity of the fluid which will be present inside the cells, right? So logically, obviously, intracellular fluid will be more. On the other hand, the rest of the fluid is present in the interstitial space and the plasma. So that fluid is known as extracellular fluid. So fluid present inside the cells is intracellular fluid, and that present outside the cells, which includes the interstitial space and the one flowing in the blood vessels, is known as extracellular fluid. Now if we see the body composition in percentage, then 15% of our body composition is fat, 7% is minerals, and 18% is protein. And rest, that is around 60%, is water. Basically 45 to 65% of body weight is water. So 60% of our body weight is water and rest 40% is solids. And where is this water present? Inside the cells, which we call as intracellular fluid, and outside the cells, which we call as extracellular fluid. But you see that 2/3 of the 60% of water is present inside the cells, as we discussed that there are around 100 trillion cells, isn't it? So more water is present inside the cells, while 1/3 is present outside the cells, which is the extracellular fluid. So if we divide this percentage into 2/3 and 1/3, it becomes 40% is ICF, intracellular fluid, while rest 20% is ECF, that is the extracellular fluid. Now in this ECF also we saw that there are two major compartments, that is the interstitial space where the fluid present is known as interstitial fluid, and then there is plasma. So this 20% is further divided into 3/4 and 1/4. So this 15% we have to further divide this 20% into 3/4. So this 15% is present in the interstitial fluid and rest 5% is in plasma. So by knowing this percentage, we can actually calculate the amount of water which is present in various compartments if we know the body weight of a person. Alright, apart from this, there are some minor extracellular fluid compartments as well, which are known as transcellular fluid. So these consist of cerebrospinal fluid, that is the fluid in subarachnoid space and ventricular system, then synovial fluid, that is the fluid in the joint, then there are GI secretions, that is the one present in the lumen of gastrointestinal tract because of secretion from various glands and also from the epithelial cells lining the GI tract. Then fluid in the urinary tract. Then there is fluid in the spaces surrounding the various organs, that is pleural space around the lungs, pericardial space surrounding heart, and peritoneal space. And then there is aqueous humor, which is present in the eye. So with this knowledge of distribution of body fluid in various compartments, Can we determine how much body fluid is present in various compartments in a 70 kg man? So let's see how much will be present in ICF and ECF. We know that 40% is ICF and 20% is ECF, isn't it? So we have to take 40% of 70 to calculate how much fluid is present. So it will be 28 liters, and for ECF 20% of 70 kg, it will be 14 liters. Now in ECF further we have seen that it is divided into plasma and interstitial fluid. So how much will be present in plasma and interstitial fluid? We said that 5% of this ECF is in plasma and 15% is in interstitial fluid. So let's calculate. 5% of this 70 kg, it will come to 3.5 liters, and then 15% of 70 kg, it will be 11.5 liters. However, this is much of a simplification because there are variations in body fluid compartments from individual to individually. Fundamentally, 45 to 70% of body weight is water, and it depends on the content of adipose tissue of an individual. See, adipose tissue has a low water content. So anybody with less adipose tissue will have more water and vice versa. That is why that body water is more in lean compared to that of obese people, because lean people will have more muscle mass compared to that of the adipose tissue, right? Then males have a more body water compared to that of females, because females have a higher adipose tissue content, so obviously their body water content percentage will be less. And body water is more in infants also. I mean the percentage wise it is more in infants also.